Hey Chad, welcome back to another video. It's your boy MylesAllDay back with another reaction. Today we're gonna react to Chet laugh my freaking butt out. Let's go ahead and get to his chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
The chosen one has done it. He has saved basketball. We no longer have to watch.
Yep, Spurs going to the finals,
Chat.
Chat.
We can actually enjoy the finals. All right, let's clap it up for the most successful hate watch of the year. Spurs advance to the finals to match up against the Knicks. Where was Chet Holmgren? He was an all-star, third-team All-NBA player. Maybe the cafeteria ran out of oxtail. 4 points. 2 shot attempts. Not a single shot attempt in the second half. Announcers all night begging him to be more aggressive. And he just kept jab stepping, pissing down his leg, and as a result, SGA had no help. But this wasn't just the case for Game 7, as he was getting punked by Wemby all series long. So we gotta take a look at the entire series and break down each game by game. And by the end, not only will you recognize that Chet's gonna be part of that Giannis package, but also why this was one of the most important series in NBA history. Starting with Game 1, where they announced the MVP winner right in front of the monk. All right, look at his eyes. He's ready to kill.
The man was on a mission, Chat.
Because he drops 41 and 24, the greatest conference final debut I've ever seen in my life. It's this ridiculous three to send the game into double OT. And in that same double overtime, he proceeds to over Chet. Even though Chet tried cheating his dick off, stepping on Wemby's foot during a free throw, the Spurs take Game 1. But then we get to Game 2, and this is where the controversy starts. Because OKC just starts getting shameless. All right, look at Isaiah Joe. The referee started becoming a discussion after this game because, I mean,
yeah, that, but that was,
right
bro, he should have got a flavor for that.
Legal. And then you had compilations of Isaiah Hartenstein grabbing, holding, hooking Wemby on every single rebound. Honestly hilarious. All right, SGA falling on 7 different shot attempts, diving all over the floor. This is my favorite one. Like, why did he do that? So after this game, the discourse started getting ridiculous. First, you got Dylan Brooks promoting a game called Unethical Hoop, a spin-off on the game Operation. But this time, you're trying to grab basketballs off SGA without fouling him. Chase flopping became such a hot topic that even analytic nerds were on his ass. You got this guy right here, Tom Harris Show, shiny noggin, tracking over 1,000 shots for SGA. I mean, just imagine that he's just at home watching SGA fall instead of taking care of his kids. SGA falls twice as often as his peers. So with this article and an absolute masterclass of a refereeing job, nobody cared that the Spurs had 21 turnovers, okay? Including Stephon Castle, who had 9 himself. Nobody was talking about this. Instead, everybody was talking about OKC's 6-man, or Shea's flopping. And so in Game 3, Spurs fans decided to let him hear it.
Castle a chance to calm down a little bit and get off of SGA.
Didn't matter because the refs were arguably even worse in this one. The same no calls that Isaiah Hartenstein was getting the benefit of in Game 2 weren't being granted towards Wembanyama. But to add more fuel to the fire, you also had back-to-back chase down fouls committed by the Thunder. Absolutely get you jumped at the wreck, all right? In my opinion, I see both sides of it, right? It's the playoffs. You don't give them any easy buckets from the Thunder perspective. Those are just hard fouls. They're just sending them to the line, making them earn 2, right? But if you're Stephon Castle and this happens to you on back-to-back breakaways, I'm not gonna lie, if it was me, come catch a fade, you know what I'm saying? Fighting, because it's dangerous. You would get kicked out of the gym immediately for doing this. Which is why you see the reaction here by Vassell, backing up his teammate, right? A little brawl starts. Got Isaiah Joe here, faking out the That was pretty funny, but everyone on the globe is talking about fouls. I mean, look at this. You got my guys in China making fun of shit, standing up to the free throw line in a one-on-one game. And at this point, it's starting to kind of piss me off because the team that's doing all the flopping, they're also the team that's winning. Even though this one didn't work for Chet, I don't know why Chet doesn't get the benefit. Everybody on the Thunder can flop. Why can't Chet flop? Why can't we let Chet get away with one? But with Wemby down 2-1 and ratings slowly falling, they send in Scott Foster, a.k.a. the extender. You want fair officiating, you want another game, you send Scott in, making sure Silver's ratings stay afloat. And with Luke Cornett getting blessed by the Nuns, the Spurs come away with a dominant effort, evening the series back up at 2 apiece. So now it's best 2 out of 3. Game 5 in OKC. The 6-man is back. Tony Brothers gets assigned to this game. You already knew the outcome. It didn't matter how good of a defensive job the Spurs could play because buckets were getting taken away. All right, first you had Chet goaltending. Then you had the ball bounce out of bounds off Chet's foot. Guess whose ball this was? Just take a guess. You're probably sitting at home like, this is why they have challenges, right? Coaches challenge. Hey, wave the fingers. Challenge the call. Well, Miss Johnson tries the challenge. The ref.
Crazy.
But this next play, this one's the most hilarious one. Elbows Harper, no call. Bro, he literally beat his man, had him on his ass, and went, like, look at this. He literally
pause.
he threw his ass at him. On a serious note,
Okay.
this isn't even about Thunder hate, or I don't care whose side you're on. As a basketball fan, this should just piss you off. I can't even focus on the Chet versus Wemby smoke. You know what I mean? I can't even hate watch properly. It's also really bad because if both sides don't start doing it, then it puts the other side at a huge disadvantage. While these calls infuriated everyone around the world, General Wemby was furious. On his way out of the game, Don Wemby commands his goons, Plumlee and Biyombo. Hard fouls. Foul the shit out of that TikToker. Sends the hit out. All right, very next possession. Plumlee elbows the shit out of McCade's back.
I was like, why'd you do that, man? I'm just asking him a question, and he was like, I got another one for you too.
Not gonna lie, no bias, super dirty, but that was kind of gangster. So now after this, no one's talking hoops. Everyone's talking foul. This was so bad that even Commissioner Silver had to get involved.
How about the flopping? Flopping? Flopping. Big conversation, Mr. Commissioner.
So, yeah, it's been a conversation. I would only say that there's a difference between selling a call, exaggeration, and a true flop, which is where you're
They
actually
show
fooling
Shay's
the
highlights
referees.
right away.
Can officiating get bad? Can officiating get better? Of course. We're always working on that.
Said they're working on it. So flopping has clearly been a conversation with the actual league. So it's kind of hard not to talk about it, especially in the context of this series. But then we head to Game 6. Many people thought this series was over when the referee list was announced because this guy, James Williams, is actually notorious for wearing SGA shoes while he refs, making sure SGA is getting his calls. But they still got to roll the ball out. And Wemby right out the gate came out on smoke, knocking down everything. All right, Chet getting blocked by Vassell. Just getting pissed. Gets shoved. No one's scared of Chet, bro. Kind of feel bad for Chet, man. He's just getting bitched the entire series. I feel like Chet's the only Thunder player that likes people talking about the refs, because then nobody talks about his play, right? Nobody. He's the happiest man in the world. But in Game 6, everyone except for Thunder fans became a fan of Carter Bryant, all right? Running over SGA, not once, but twice, all right? The first one was called a foul. This one they missed. And that's what it feels like to play against Lou Dort, right? The mentality is if they're gonna flop, they're gonna fall into the ground, you might as well make them feel it on the way down, because they're gonna fall regardless, whether you touch them or not. And of course, you got Don Wemby showing his appreciation for Carter's services. I'm proud of you, he says. Spurs win Game 6, which forces last night's Game 7. We're 3.5 minutes into the game. Both teams not even at double digits. Wemby does a quick give and go with Fox. He won't stop hurting him. All because of FIBA U19. Just sunning the shit out of him. And honestly, the Spurs should have won by more. I gotta give SGA his credit. Despite the flopping, he was on one tonight. He's really the only player. Him and Case and Wallace were the only ones that really showed up on the offensive end. But it was all Spurs, man. Wemby, cross, step back, tray ball. Got more time in the offseason to make those TikToks. But the most important moment of the game to me was when Wemby got into foul trouble with 5 fouls midway through the fourth. Hartenstein gets the steal, thinks he has a free dunk. Blocked by Cornet. Team LeBron meets him at the apex. Wemby can't believe it. All right, he's like, bro, what? I've never seen Cornet do that in my life. And then Dylan Harper, what a player, man. That's disgusting. That shouldn't be allowed. Shout out to Daryl Morey, too. I mean, what a special brain. Not only trading McCain to the Thunder, but waiving Julian Champagnie for Mac McClung for a dunk contest appearance. All right, you know, that's just special.
I mean, there's times where, like, Wemby is, like, bumping you on the way to the huddle. Did you feel at any point that you almost went out of your way to, like, not make it about you and him, like, almost to a degree you hadn't before?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's always about us trying to win the basketball game.
But the reason why I believe this is one of the most important series in NBA history, not just
Bro,
for the
I ain't gonna lie,
Spurs, but
bro,
for
that
basketball, is because we'll see
flop,
less of
but-
these flops and these flails in the finals. I mean, we still got Jalen Brunson, but it's not at the level of SGA, McCain, or just everyone on this roster. And also, we don't have to see OKC fans complaining about other teams flopping. It's just such a frustrating discussion with the fan base. The reason we hate you isn't because of the fact that you've been winning or you've been champions. No, it's because pushing such a poisonous version of basketball towards the next generation, especially when you don't need to. Like SGA in Game 7 showed up getting buckets, all right? That second quarter, nasty. And he wasn't falling as much. He wasn't selling calls. He still did a little bit of that because it's instinct. It's in his DNA. But at the same time, over the course of this series, floppers getting shamed, whether it's on TV or it's online. It's great for basketball. It prevents more of this for the future. No, we don't have to see any more